Hello, friends. Welcome to Betkraft, your home of sure bet football analysis and predictions. Okay, today is another wonderful Sunday morning, and we have a whole lot of games going on across the globe. And we had some of them, a few of them that we selected and made our in-depth analysis on these games, and we brought it forward for you. And also remember, today is also our Sunday Millionaire game, and we will have a whole lot of games that that are personally selected by me, and I'll be dropping the booking at the end of this very video. Okay, it is a lot of game that is meant to at least yield up to a million. All right, and all right, with that, you'll be seeing that at the end of the video. But also, we want to urge those of us who are coming across our video for the very first time. If you have not really subscribed, kindly take our time to click the subscription button down there so that you don't miss out on our subsequent games that will be coming on this channel on daily basis. All right, that being said, we head to the business of the day. But before then, yesterday we had 7 games predicted yesterday, but we saw only 4, being very successful, and the rest 3, not living up to expectation. But it does happen. But that did not deter us to, intensify our effort today and look into these games. And we know that these games today is going to really yield better results compared to that of yesterday. All right, today we're starting with the very first game, and the very first game is in Germany. German Bundesliga, where Bochum will be up against Bayern Leverkusen, the team of the moment at the moment. You see that, as usual, take a look at how both sides fares. See that the home side in the past 6 have been able to manage 2 wins, and they've also had 2 draws as well as 2 losses. And the away side, Bayern Leverkusen have not lost any match. They've had 2 wins in the past 6 games, and they've had 4 draws. They have not lost any match yet. They're doing so well at the moment. And the home side, Bochum, in the past 10 home games, have been able to achieve 4 home games, a decent number, as well as 4 draws playing from home. And I've also seen 2 losses playing from home. All right, they're doing, they're having a decent result though. And the away side, Bayer Leverkusen, in all the 10 away games I've had so far, they've been able to achieve 7 wins as well as 3 draws in the past 10 away games. Because that we all know that they're doing better, compared to the home side, and also we know that they have actually refused to lose, and in this very encounter we expect them to also do their best to not lose in this very game. So we expect to see our side either winning or draw in this very encounter. Also, what I've noticed the fact that last time both teams met saw Bayer Leverkusen defeating the side by 4 goals to 0. So we expect to see Leverkusen either winning or drawing this very game. That's a verdict. And that will take us to the next game, and the next game is in England, English Premier League, where we have Manchester United coming up against Arsenal, arguably the biggest game of the day. And we see that both teams are have their agendas. Manchester United trying to qualify for European position next season. Arsenal is looking at the opportunity to clinch the English Premiership this season. But in the past 6 for the home side, they've been able to win 2. They've had 2 draws as well as 2 losses. And the away side, Arsenal have had 2 losses as well as 4 wins in the past 6 games I've had so far. And you bring it down to how both sides fared from home and away perspective. We can also see that the home side, Manchester United, in the past 10 home games have been able to achieve 4 wins. They've also had 3 losses, 2 draws, 3 losses, and 3 draws also playing from home. And the away side, Arsenal, in the past 10 home games and in the past 10 away games have been able to achieve 7 wins, and they also had 2 losses and 1 draw. Those losses coming in Champions League games against FC Porto and Bayern Munich. Okay, and the other games they have seen them winning. And the last away game they played out with Manchester United, Manchester City, saw Arsenal playing out on 0-0 draw in that very encounter. So putting all that together, we know that Arsenal is a very good side. They'll be looking to put in their best in this very game. Seeing that the last time both teams met saw Arsenal beating Manchester United by 3 goals to 1, and also the last 5 head-to-head, the last 6 head-to-head encounters have seen 5 of them appearing over 2.5. It goes to show that a lot of goals are scored in this very tie. And seeing that Arsenal has been scoring in the last game they played out against Tottenham, saw them defeating Tottenham by 3 goals to 2, and they're doing very well at the moment. So we expect to see a lot of goals in this very game. All right, over 2.5. That's our verdict for this very encounter, and that takes us to the next game. It is in Italia Serie A, where Genoa will be up against Sassuolo. And Genoa in the past 6 have been able to achieve 2 wins, 2 draws, as well as 2 losses. And their way side, Sassuolo have managed just to win 2 losses and 3 draws in the past 6 games. And taking a look at how both sides fared from home and away, we could see that the home side, Genoa, who had 3 wins in the last 10 home games they've had, they've also had 4 draws as well as 3 losses playing from home. And their away side, Sassuolo, in the past 10 away games have managed just 1 draw and have had 9 losses playing from away. It goes to show that they're not doing well at all, especially when they're playing from away. Okay, and in this very encounter, we expect to see Genoa, who is doing better, seeing that the last time both teams met, even from away, saw Genoa defeating the side by 2 goals to 1. So we expect to see a Genoa side achieving a result in this very game. It is some side to win or draw. That's our party for that very encounter. And that takes us to the next game. And the next game that we have for you is in Denmark, where we'll have Denmark's Liga. We'll have Nordsjaelland, who will be coming up against Silkeborg. And as usual, we'll take a look. We'll see that at the home side, Nordsjaelland have had 4 wins out of 6. They've also had two losses. And the away side, Silkeborg, have managed 2 wins and also 4 losses out of 6 games, out of the past 6 games they've had. And then when you take a look at how both sides faring from home and away, you can see that Nordsjaelland in the past 10 home games have managed 7 wins. They've also had 2 draws and just 1 loss in the past 10 home games. And the away side, Silkeborg, have had just 3 victories in the past 10 away games. They've also had 1 draw as well as 6 losses playing from away. So it goes to show that they're not performing very well, especially when they're playing from home. Especially when they're playing from away, pardon me. And in this very encounter, we expect to see the home side, Nordsjaelland, winning this game, seeing that in the last 2 encounters between these two, saw Nordsjaelland, defeated the side on each occasion. So we expect to see a home win in this very one. Home win, that's our verdict. And the next game is in Norway, where we'll have Lillestrom coming up against the Brann. Lillestrom in the past, the past 6 games have had 3 wins and 3 losses as well. And the away side, Brann, have had 4 wins as well as 2 losses in the past 6 games. Taking it back to how both sides fared from home and away, we could see that Lillestrom in the past 10 home games have had 4 wins and also 4 draws. They've also had 2 losses. And the away side, Brann, in the past 10 away games have been able to achieve 5 wins as well as 2 draws, as well as 3 draws, and also 2 losses in the past 10 away games I've had so far. So when you take a look, you see that Lillestrom, playing from home in the past 10 home games, have been able to achieve over 2.5 on 8 occasions out of 10, and their away side also seeing a very similar situation. So in these very encounters, we expect to see goals, seeing that the last 5 head-to-head meetings have always provided at least 2 goals in all the encounters. So we expect to see over 1.5 in this very game, at least 2 goals coming out in this very encounter. That's our verdict. And the next is also in Norwegian League, where we have KFUM, who coming up against the Fredrikstad. And we know that the home side have had 3 wins and also 3 losses in the past 6 games, and the away side have managed 5 wins out of 6. They've also had 1 draw. And all right, when you take it back to how both sides fared from home and away perspective, you can also see that the home side in the past 10 home games have been able to achieve 5 wins. They've also had 3 draws as well as 2 losses in the past 10 home games. And the away side, Fredrikstad, have been able to achieve 8 wins out of they've been able to achieve 7 wins out of 10 in the past 10 away games. They've also had 3 draws. They have not lost any match playing from away. So it goes to show that it will show their progress, especially in the league, how they are doing so well at this moment. So we expect to see a very good performance for their away side, and in this very encounter. Also noting the fact that the last time both teams met, saw that they're playing out a 1-1 draw match this year. So we expect to see our away side either winning or draw in this very game. That's our verdict. Away win or draw. That's our verdict. And to the next game. And the next game that we have is also in Norwegian League, where we have Kristiansund coming up against Bodo Glimt. In the past 6 for the home side, they've had 4 losses as well as 2 wins. And the away side, Bodo Glimt have managed 4 wins, 1 loss, and also one draw in the past 6 games of head. And back to how both sides fared from home and away perspective, we can also see that the home side, Kristiansund, have managed just 4 wins in the past 10 home games. They've also had 4 draws as well as 2 losses playing from home. And the away side, Bodo Glimt have managed to achieve 7 wins playing from away, and have also had 1 draw and 2 losses playing from away. Okay, and those losses coming up against the likes of Salzburg and Club Brugge in European competition, but in the league they've not lost any match. All right, so we expect to see the away side, Bodo Glimt, who have been doing very well, seeing that also the last the last 10 head-to-head of both of these meetings have seen Bodo Glimt winning on 9 occasions and drawing 1. So we expect to see the away side, Bodo Glimt, rise into the occasion and winning this one as well in this very encounter. It is a away win, that's our verdict, and that will take us to the next game. And the next game is in Sweden, where we have Djurgarden coming up against Elfsborg. Djurgarden have had 3 wins in the past 6 as well as 3 losses, and the away side, Elfsborg, have had the same 3 wins as well as 3 losses in the past 6 games. And when you take a look at how both sides fare from home and away, you can also see that the home side in the past 10 home games have been able to achieve 6 wins. They've also had 3 losses, 1 draw playing from home, and the away side, Elfsborg, have managed to achieve 5 wins playing from away, and also had 5 losses playing from away out of the past 10 away games of here so far. So it is a very dicey encounter, seeing that the last time both teams met saw Elfsborg defeating the side by 4-0 from away, and it's a very tough game to decipher. But in this very encounter, we expect to see at least 2 goals in this very encounter. It is over 1.5 times our value for this very game. And that will take us to the next game. And the next game happened to be in Sweden. In Sweden Division 1 North, when we have Assyriska coming up against Orebro. Okay, Assyriska in the past 10 home games, in the past 6 games, have been able to achieve 4 wins, 1 draw, and 1 loss. And the away side, Orebro, have had just 1 win, and they've also had 4 losses as well as 1 draw in the past 6 games of here so far. So bringing it down to how both sides fared from home and away perspective, you can see that Assyriska, the home side, in the past 10 home games, have been able to achieve 8 wins, 1 loss, and 1 draw. And the away side, Orebro, have had just 2 wins in the past 10 away games. They've also had 2 draws, and also they've had 6 losses playing from away. It goes to show that the home side is much more better, seeing that they've been able to win 80% of their home matches, and we expect to see them rise into the occasion in this very one. It is home side to win. That's our verdict for that very game. Home win outrightly. And that takes us to the last game of the day. And the last game of today happened to be in Singapore, where we have Tampines Rovers will be up against Albirex Niigata. And Tampines Rovers in the past 6 games have been able to achieve 3 wins as well as 2 losses and 1 draw. And the away side have had 2 wins, 1 draw as well as 3 losses. And when you take a look at how both sides fare from one away, you could see that the home side have won 4 games in the past 10 home games. They've also had 2 draws and have 3 draws as well as 3 losses in the past 10 home games I've had so far. And the away side, Albirex, have managed to achieve 5 wins. They've also had 3 draws as well as 2 losses playing from away. But what you have noticed is the fact that is that a lot of goals scored in this very encounter. Seeing that the home side, Tampines Rovers, have had over 2.5 on 9 occasions out of 10 home games they've had so far. They've played over 2.5. They've had over 2.5 on 9 occasions. All right, and the away side is having also a very similar outcome. Seeing that they've had about 6 of their away games have also produced over 2.5. So we expect to see goals in this very one. Also, the last time both teams met, saw them play Tampines Rovers playing out a 7-1 victory over their away side. So it is a lot of it's a lot of goals that is expected in this very encounter. So in this very game, we expect to see at least 3 goals over 2.5 That's our prediction. It is very encounter, and that concludes the predictions for today. And it is time for also the Sunday Millionaires game, and it will be displayed on your screen in a moment. And it is actually for those of you who are using BetKing. All right, the booking code will be displayed across so that you look at it and try out this game, see how it goes. Okay, you never know, you can play out this game and you can actually win. All right, that being said, tomorrow is another day, and we're going to come up with some of our predictions tomorrow. But I wish you the very best of luck. Remember to also play with what you can afford to lose. It is only a football game. Do not play. Play. Remember to play responsibly. Do not play with your entire fortune. This is just a game. It can go either way. Anything can happen. All right. I wish you the best of luck once again, and I hope to see you tomorrow. But until then, keep winning.